Okay, now that we know who all the boys are, let's talk about how we all met each other and like finally decided to make this little podcast that we got going on. So I think the first people to meet were Jonah and Jeff, right?
Yeah. So
Yep.
basically, we both just went to like middle school together. We had like these homeroom teachers. We got put into the same one together. Didn't really speak to each other ever. Just basically just see each other there and just like, we're there. Then
Also,
go.
what? Also, like, 90% of the reason we're probably friends is because we're both Asian. So,
Yeah, for sure.
that's just a thing.
Yeah, but then like what really started making us like become friends was like us. We both played basketball. We were on the same team, so there's like, yo, I recognize you from homeroom, and then that really is what like started our friendship. Really being like playing basketball together, just like doing that. And then I remember one day at school, just like we were talking about like games, talking about like Xbox. We both play 360 and be like, yo, what's your gamer tag? And I would go home and add him. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
Bro, what's
Yeah.
what's
the
your
gamer
score,
tag?
Chief?
That's a
Yeah.
simpler time right there.
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And I add him, and then I remember first time I get on to like try and play with him, it's his older brother and one of his friends. I just
Yeah.
Jeff's just always the dude who's just he's the split screen always with his older brother.
Yeah.
Second player, his little brother.
Yeah, it sucked because we built our friendship. Our first 3 years of being friends over Xbox was through my brother. Because he was always first player and he had the mic and he was talking to his friend. And I was always the second player split screen.
Yeah.
And
Hey, step bro.
Yeah, basically. Nah, almost.
nah.
Yeah, but we just like grind 360 shit. Halo Reach, Halo 4, and like especially like Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Modern
Modern
Warfare 3
Warfare
was
3.
the shit.
Modern Warfare 3 was it. I think that was the
agree.
game.
That was so fucking hot.
It's still
Modern
such a
Warfare 3 was
fun
so-
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was awesome. We would grind like Team Tactical, the 4v4 shit. We'd actually just be so.
Team tactical.
We'd be the
Team
most
Tac-
tactical team.
That was just
That's
free for all
rough.
shit, dude. Just free for all.
Yeah, Jeff
Bro,
would
team
just play
deathmatch,
free-for-all.
gun game.
Yeah.
Gun game was hot.
Oh
I
my,
loved
no,
it.
dude, we would do the custom
Oh my
matches
god,
and we
the
would do
custom
gun
matches.
game.
Don't
Yeah.
forget like the challenger missions or whatever, you know?
Oh,
Fuck
Spec
are
Ops.
Spec Ops, yeah.
Oh
Spec
shit.
Ops.
Those are hype.
Spec Ops
Holy
and
shit.
survival.
Me
Yeah,
and Finn got
survival.
fucked on those, trying to do the fucking helicopter one. Oh my god.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I remember we would do custom matches. We'd always do quick scoping. Always use the MSR and shit. I was a god with throwing knives. And then Jeff
Fuck.
was just a god with snipers.
Those
Fuck
were the
throwing
days.
knives,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
It never landed a throwing knife.
Diamond camo days.
Yeah.
Not even.
Dude,
MW.
before
I did
Diamond
not grind that
Camo.
hard.
Yeah.
No, we would do gun game, but it was when you could like choose what guns you wanted, all the
Oh, yeah.
orders. We would
That
just
was
do
so
like
fun.
we would just choose all the different guns, and we'd have like the fucking riot shield and the javelin at the end.
Yeah, that
Or-
was
That
it.
was so tough.
Or if
The
we would do
javelin's the
Black
one that,
Ops.
like, shoots from the sky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes up
Yeah,
and down.
Yep.
Yeah, or if we did Black Ops, we'd do like the 12 gun setback on knives.
Oh, dude.
Ending
that's
friendships.
That's so dirty.
Yeah.
Uh,
Black Ops
God.
2, we would grind zombies also. Fucking try and do the Easter eggs. We tried to do.
Transit.
Nah, dude, we tried to do
Fuck
the Origins Easter egg, and then we got like pretty far, but Jeff's brother and then another friend, Joe, both of them were dead. It was just me and Jeff. Had to go eat dinner, so we have one zombie left. It's just me and Jeff. I go eat dinner.
It's a crawler, mind you. It's a crawler.
It's a crawler. I go to get dinner thinking that Jeff would be alright. I come back, I'm just on the main menu.
Okay.
Oh,
let
Jeff fucked
let
up
me
again.
explain. Let me explain. Okay, so whenever we play zombies and we try to do Easter eggs, I have to hold the fucking zombie whenever we have to do any step.
Because he's split screen. It's because he's
Because I'm the
split screen.
fucking
Because
split
he's
screen, okay?
screen.
So every time, like, we go, oh, let's play zombies. 2 of like the 4 hours we play playing zombies is like me moving my left stick in a fucking circle. So
You gotta do what you
yeah,
gotta
I'm
do.
put on this job again,
gotta do.
and well, I guess I'm not put on this job. I'm forced in this job to hold this crawler, and I'm messing around with it. I'm like dolphin diving over it, and then on Origins, I go to the Juggernaut. Where the
Yeah, that's where
Juggernaut
I
part
was
is.
hiding, just like standing.
Yeah, and if anyone knows Origins, yeah, it's a bad place to be. That's it. That's
And
the-
basically
that's
Jeff
the end of
fucked
it.
up and went down to a one crawler.
It's
God,
alright.
that was just so feels bad.
Imagine if right there you guys just stopped being friends. It was just
Oh
too
my-
much for Jonah.
Oh my
Just
god,
No.
no, there was dude,
Next
there's one time
gen.
no, oh my
We're
god.
done.
Oh
Next
my
gen.
god. No, the closest thing I think the angriest I've ever been at Jeff was like we're doing this there's this map on Halo Reach called Next Gen Race, and basically you're just on mongooses and you're just doing this like obstacle course. And we would spend hours on this. It was so hard. And I remember I'm on the last obstacle, or second to last one, and I'm going up. And I get up to the next obstacle, but Joe's in there, so I like spawn in front of him, and I go try to do the very last obstacle. But because I spawned in front of Joe, I don't get the checkpoint, so I have to restart. And I'm just already pissed because of that. So I'm going up, I'm about to complete it again, and Jeff fucking shoots me with a fucking rocket launcher, and I just yell his name like I'm about to murder him.
And you fucking turned off your Xbox too.
Dude, I was so pissed. Fucking like 7th grade me just like yells his name like I'm about to just like rip my pillow.
We're
I'm
probably
back.
like 2.5 hours into that.
Yeah, that was hella frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically our friendship was just the foundation was us being in the same homeroom and playing basketball, and then just really got better from just like playing
Grinding
games.
Xbox.
Yeah, grinding
That's where it
Xbox
started.
shit.
That's
Yeah,
where it started for Jeff and Joni.
yeah.
And then before that, before like any of us interlocked, the next it was me and Finn. So James and Finn meeting together at just at some Montessori charter school. Guess I'm not gonna say the name.
Alright, yeah, it was, before that, I was going to this Waldorf school. Yeah, that pretty much says it what that was like, if you know what that is. So I had to leave, to actually get an education, and I wasn't in the district for, like, any of the good public schools, but you didn't have to be in the district for this Montessori school. And I had a friend there, and so I ended up joining, like, I think like the week before Thanksgiving. I showed up and like it was so weird. Like it was because it was a combined class of 8th and 7th graders. So that just added to like this extra dynamic. But I didn't really. I mean, James, we didn't really talk too much for a little bit. I mean, I talked to your girlfriend because I loved your girlfriend.
Oh,
She was
bro,
emotionally
okay.
abusive to me.
Okay, it's getting
Getting
spicy.
Bro. Dude,
Yeah.
everybody loved my girlfriend.
Dude, everyone loved
Okay,
your girlfriend.
whoa,
Both of
whoa.
them, dude.
Whoa.
Both of them.
No, you have to like
Whoa.
understand. Like this school had like the cheesiest like relationships dynamic. Like they were always just like being started and ending, and like people swapping with each other. It was
like every
Swapping.
couple of weeks there was like a new status quo, you know?
yeah. Like
Who
when
was
I
hot,
joined,
who was not.
I've been told that I like threw up the mix because it was like a new person we don't know.
Dude,
But
fuck
Yeah,
this
no.
guy.
speaking of not
Like-
knowing though, my parents assumed that I had just figured out the talk, that I had just figured out what sex is. But Mr. James, he proved. We go into the bathroom and I'm like, hey James, what's
Already
an
bad story.
orgasm? Well, I'm
So
like,
he
what's an
shows it
orgasm?
right
and he
there.
just looks at me like fucking dead ass.
Bro, are you
The
dead
best
ass?
part is that I don't remember that at all. I have no recollection of it. You don't ask me
Really?
what the person was. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Turns out
Dude.
Finn was just dreaming this whole time.
Honestly,
Turns out Finn doesn't actually know what an orgasm
no,
is still.
no, we can
The real
talk to-
person Finn wanted to fuck was James.
Whoa.
Whoa, too deep there.
Too
No,
much.
but we didn't talk too much 7th grade, but we
Yeah.
like we were chill though, but we just didn't talk much. I mean, we had like a bunch of mutual friends, like Jacob Birdshirt.
Oh yeah, I love Jacob. Jacob was my
He
my
was-
best friend for so long.
Dude,
AKA
he,
Hot Dog Dragon.
Yeah,
Hot Dog Dragon.
Hot Dog Dragon.
Hot Dog Dragon like made 7th grade great, especially when we had to play music. We had this really
Oh,
big like
yeah.
music program. You want to talk about this? It was so bad.
every fucking morning, our fucking like charter teacher, which we had 2 of them. They would sit us in a circle, and we'd all get our ukuleles out. And so every morning we'd sit there for like 5 to 10 minutes tuning our ukuleles at the very beginning of every single day. We'd sit there, tune our ukuleles, talk, and then we'd have like 30 minutes to an hour of just playing the same songs on ukulele over and over again.
Dude, I remember having ukulele shit back in like 4th grade.
Bro, everyone
This was
did.
7th, 8th.
I never
See,
did
what the fuck?
ukuleles.
And for me, I couldn't figure it out. I sucked so much that I became a permanent clapper. So I did clapping
Yes, you
patterns
became a
with my
clapper.
legs and my hands.
Oh,
So
fucking
we'd go
clapper.
play at public events, and I would just be there clapping with this one other kid who no one else liked, and
Oh
everyone
my
else is singing,
God.
playing the ukulele, and there I am, slapping my thighs and smiling.
wow, this is so fun. I love this,
Wait, were you
dude.
there the time we went to the old folks' place?
Oh man, we
Oh,
don't.
what the fuck?
Or City Hall. Remember me went walking around downtown playing
I
music
didn't go.
everywhere?
I never went to the fucking
Oh, you
events.
Good choice.
Dude,
I
that
just
was
would not go.
Sounds like ass.
Yeah.
yeah, that was. No, but I ended up leaving after that year because it was a mess, and I got into a district where I went to this other middle school, and well, that's where Danny and I met.
Well, wait, before that, I got one thing to say about Finn. Something he didn't realize. So at the very end of every year...
Oh,
our
I
charter
always
school-
forget about this. Oh.
Yeah, at the very end of our year at the charter school, we have, like, this little, like, adventure trip we go on as a class, where for, like, 3 days or some shit, we go somewhere and just, like, chill and don't come back. And we all hang out, do whatever the fuck we want. And there's this one chick that apparently just, like, liked Finn. And she, like, typical tall, blonde, hot, whatever.
Oh
And there's,
man,
like,
she still is.
Yeah, hot 7th grade, you know.
There's like these 2 tables, right? We've got a bunch of kids are sitting on them, sitting on the very top, feet on like where you're supposed to sit. There's this huge blanket going over, and then Finn is sitting on there with the chick right next to her, blanket over all of their laps and shit. And we hear like years later, some other chick, like her friend, tells us that apparently during like the whole 30 minutes, she was trying to like sneak her hand under Finn's pants,
I
Oh,
literally didn't
Yo.
realize.
going for his dick.
Fuck.
Man, I really like. I'm still oblivious to this day of anything.
Bro, she's just trying to give you a quick natural dome.
I know, dude.
I could take a natural dome right now.
She's trying to dome your dick, bro.
Yeah, bro.
She's trying to give your dick a nice dome. You just missed out. Okay,
Alright.
yeah. Oh, before we get to Finn and Dan, there's something important to say. All of us right now are high school seniors except for Danny. Danny's a junior, so he's like the 1 year below.
Yeah.
Yep, sadly.
Up and coming adult.
Up and coming.
That's me, boys. That's me.
Okay, yeah. You guys just want to talk about how you met?
Yeah, Finn and I met in middle school at Spencer Beat Middle School, and in Zombie Apocalypse Survival class.
You might want to edit out that school name, Danny.
That doesn't matter. Who gives a shit?
I
Got you.
Just go, just go.
Yeah, Finn, you gonna say anything?
Oh. No, yeah, so I showed up to the school, and I knew no one again. So I went to 3 different middle schools, each year a different one, and this was probably the worst, because I literally I ate
Oh,
alone
shit.
in the history teacher's room every single day, and it turns out he might have been a pedophile.
You were his
Hey,
husband
only for
every day,
girls,
Finn.
bro. You
Turns-
ain't looking like a little girl.
Dude,
And
turns
to
out my
clarify
history
this-
teacher was Michael Jackson.
I was never
He's
touched.
Michael Jackson.
I have no recollection of being touched. I don't think I have any suppressed memories.
This is what his lawyer has told him to say.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
You're doing great, Finn. Just keep going.
You're doing
Yeah,
good.
no,
Don't
but
stop.
I signed up for this how to survive the zombie apocalypse and other natural disasters class because I don't know, it just sounded cool. I was one of those little kids, and that's where I met Danny in
Yep.
this like pseudo survival arts and craft class.
Yeah, where we would draw pictures depicting like gruesome acts of survival on our journal
Yeah.
notebooks.
Whack.
Yeah,
Bro, it was fun.
we watched The Walking Dead in it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
The
But how
teacher
Finn
was
and I-
really chill too.
Yeah, she was. Terrible history teacher, great science teacher.
That is very true. And
Weirdly that she had a degree in history that she's
Yeah.
better at science.
yeah, It's kind of a feels bad, really.
But how Finn and I became friends is that one day, me and my friend at the time, Robert, sat next to this, like, you know, little white boy who's bigger than both of us. And we were like, shit, bro, this guy looks like we could be friends with him. And so we sat down with Finn, and we're watching, like, some movie where the world froze over. Finn, do you remember what movie that is?
Oh,
yeah.
The Day After Tomorrow. That movie's
Yes,
the
yes.
shit.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that was
That
insane.
movie's fucking
We're in the middle of
fire.
watching that, and Finn is just explaining to me and Rhett how, like, unrealistic the movie is.
Fuck Finn. That
Bro.
movie-
Actually.
that
I think
movie
they,
was
like,
my
rappel down
childhood.
from, like, a skyline or go into, like, the roof or something, and Finn
The
he just
repelling
turns
wasn't
to
right,
us.
okay?
Yeah.
He was still on about that shit.
You wrote a letter to the director.
Bro, you fucked
You guys
up.
gotta fix your movie.
You fucked it
You
up.
should make a second one, dude.
Bro, but after this, so I just started talking with Finn in class, and then eventually Finn and I became good enough friends where every once in a while we'd, like, you know, unconventionally meet in the urinal. We both taking a piss 2 urinals apart because we ain't gay. First of all, 2 urinals apart. No
It always
peep.
had to be two. It was always two.
Yeah, but then one day, like, this autistic kid with, like, Down syndrome comes in.
He
Pulls
pulled
his
his pants
pants-
down all the
yeah.
way to his knees.
All the way to the fucking floor. Like a
And
Diary
Finn and
of
I
a
are
Wimpy
both
Kid.
standing there, and we're looking at each other, and we're like, what is going on?
I just remember making eye. That was like, this is the only time I have made eye contact with someone while taking a piss, and it was with Danny. Because it
Yeah.
was just like, what
This
are
is
we
when Finn-
witnessing?
This is when Finn proceeds to ask, "Is this an orgasm?
This is an orgasm?
Is that what this is? Am I missing something?"
Bro, by the sounds the autistic kid was making, it might have been.
Oh.
Honestly,
He's pissing, you hear
Stop.
the trickling, and then
honestly, I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah, for real.
Was he, did you notice if he was, like, looking at your guys' dicks or not?
Finn and I weren't focused on that. We were focused on survival.
We're focused on each other's dicks.
Dude, some basic instincts took action there. You know,
Wait,
just
did you guys
zip
look at
up,
his dick?
walk out.
Wait, did you guys look at his dick?
No.
What if he was just hung as fuck?
It wasn't. It was not.
Just like nine
If I
inches
remember
soft as-
properly, it was uncircumcised and very small.
Whoa,
So
so you
deep,
were
bro.
looking, you were looking.
Bro,
Yo.
how could you know
Finn,
when the
that's
dude was
gay.
naked?
Yeah,
Finn,
that's
that's
kind of
gay.
weird. He's just a
Okay, I
special
mean,
needs
if
kid.
you noticed he pulled his pants down to his fucking ankles, you might got like a peep of
True.
his voice.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
was.
true.
Bro,
Yeah,
but
but
I
why are
remember
you
the
looking
sound
at
of
a
his
dude in the
pants
bathroom?
dropping. It was like this unmistakable sound of his pants just hitting the ground.
Do you have a
Dude.
belt?
I don't remember, but I just remember I heard the sound, and it was just like sounds like when you throw like laundry on your floor, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
Vin and I
no.
both looked at each other at the same time, and we're like, holy shit.
Dude, what if he like took his shirt off? He just started completely getting undressed. He starts pissing on himself and like lathering up. He
Oh,
starts
no.
slowly approaching Finn.
Yo, James, what are you into?
Yeah, wait a second here.
Oh,
All right,
man.
do you want to move back on Finn and James part 2?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Finn and James part 2.
All right, so freshman year started, and of course I was late to first period. I couldn't
Fucking
find
dumbass.
it. I was walking around looking at my schedule and not at the room numbers. I think I actually walked by it that morning. But anyway, I ended up showing up late, and I'm looking, and there's like a circle of chairs, and people are sitting there. And I'm looking like, is there anyone I possibly know? And then I see James and this other guy, Julian, and I sit down next to them because I haven't seen them for like a year, but they're the only people I remotely know in this room. That was stressful, and the teacher was too friendly.
Oh yeah, she was nice.
Which
I love
teacher
that
was
teacher.
it?
It was
It was Gallo.
Was she hot? Oh, what?
Oh wait, it was Gallo.
It was Gallo.
Was she hot?
Oh, I don't
No,
know.
no,
Never
no.
had a Gallo.
Oh my god, wait, can I say something about Gallo first?
Yes, yeah.
So one day he had like this like AIDS dude come in.
I remember
I
this.
remember.
He's
Oh my
like-
god.
He's like, oh, I'm gay, I've had lots of sex, and now I have AIDS, don't have sex. And so,
That's literally what the talk was.
Wait, did you have the same
Yeah.
dude that we did?
did
the
you?
dude
Was
that
it the
came
gay
in
dude
for
who was,
us.
like,
I don't.
60?
I don't know if he was gay. It was like some dude. He was like, he looked like he could be around that age. He was bald, and then he brought in
He was
like
like 50-ish.
some like wood fucking. Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure we had the same dude.
Yeah,
Ernie.
no,
we had
yeah,
the
he
same
was
dude.
gay.
And then he had like a fucking wood dildo.
Yeah,
Named
yeah,
Woody.
yeah, of
He
course
was
he's gay.
fucking
He
named
came with a
Woody.
wood fucking dildo.
It was
Wait,
named
what?
Woody.
Yeah, he named it Woody.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
wrong. There's
oh.
something wrong with this man.
What do you
That
mean? There's
was-
something wrong with this man?
No,
Yeah,
okay,
that
wait,
is a
before
little
this, so
weird that he
like,
named it.
I thought that you couldn't like get AIDS through like oral sex, so I made a bet with my friend. I made a bet with Gabe, and I was like, "Oh, dude, there's no way you can get it, right?" And they were like, "Okay, we don't want to ask the teacher because he's gonna think we're gay." So we sat there for like 10 minutes trying to brainstorm how to not come off as gay. But
But now Calvin thinks you guys are gay.
Now
he
you guys
probably
are.
thinks we're gay. We
No,
came
no,
up
he
to it
thinks
together.
Julian is. He thinks
True.
Julian is. He told
He thinks
Julian at the
Julian's
end of
gay?
the year, he was like, I really just love how like you're able to express your femininity or something.
Yeah, he thinks
Okay.
he thinks Julian's
But yeah, no.
gay.
Back to me and Finn.
Yeah, yeah.
We I think it was like slowly. I guess no. The first day, we went to the courtyard with some other people we knew from the charter school.
Yeah.
And we had lunch together. And then ever
Right.
since then, we've just like always kind of hung out.
Yeah,
just,
we've
like,
been-
during lunch.
We'd been hanging out like just, you know, because we also had a Japanese class together. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, do I love Japanese class, dude? Oh, do I love
Weebs.
Atsuko Sensei?
Shut up.
Oh, konnichiwa, konnichiwa.
Tsuko-sensei, 大好きだよ.
Ah, yeah.
No. Yeah,
Shut
we
up.
but we didn't really like we were like hang out in groups. We never hung out like outside of school until we used to go to this Chinese restaurant because it was like cheap and
Hong
fast.
Kong. Hong
And-
Kong.
Yeah, Hong Kong, and it
Dude,
was
Hong
rain.
Kong
It
was
was,
fire.
it was so good, man. It was pouring rain, and so no one wanted to go out for lunch, but James and I were still hungry, so we went anyways. And then well, he told me about a video game I should play.
Oh,
And,
shit.
Yeah,
What game would that happen to be, Finn?
League of Legends.
Mm.
Yeah, no, but we then after that, I think we hung out like a few weekends later or something. I mean,
Yeah, then we
And we
started
would,
hanging out
like-
like every weekend.
yeah, and then after that, I mean, Skype pretty much. Skype
Oh,
calls
yeah,
because
Skype.
Discord didn't exist.
Yeah,
And
well,
I,
Discord existed, but who the fuck used it? You know?
We would play
It
Civ.
did?
We'd play Civ 5 together on
Over
Skype.
Skype.
And I'd be playing in my
Bruh.
laundry room because I didn't have
Yeah.
a desk of my own.
You would play on the laundromat. I could hear it shaking every
With
now and then.
with my little Apple laptop too at the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
And I didn't have a
the
mouse.
The fucking MacBook Air.
Actually, James was
Oh yeah, the MacBook.
Finn and his MacBook Air ass.
that summer. James he loaned me a mouse, and I had never used a mouse before. I'd always been a trackpad boy.
What is this technology?
Yeah, it confused me so much.
What is this sorcery?
But no, we ended up pretty much hanging out like every single weekend together after that.
I just want
Yeah.
to know how, like, in our little, like, Discord chat, as we talked about the retard kid, Jeff's just like, dude, we can't, we just roasted a retard, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Jeff's like, I
Hello.
don't want names, dude. We just roasted a retard.
Dude, it was just part of the
just-
story.
Bro, I'm just saying, you're the one
It
that
was
wanted
just
to
a
know how
story.
long his dick was, bro.
Bro,
Dude,
come on,
it was just-
how funny
I
would it
never
be
said that.
if, like, the autistic kid just
Yo.
had, like, a 10-inch.
It wasn't direct
It's, like,
roast
pretty
at the kid. It was just about the story.
Yeah, it was the story, dude. It wasn't the retard.
Bro,
Dude,
there's no
anybody would
ambiance
react.
if you can't imagine the groans and the moans that come out of this
Yeah,
kid's
'cause-
mouth.
Yeah.
He said he's gonna piss on himself and rub it on him.
Yeah, you're the one that
Yeah,
said these
that's
things.
not
That's
a
the
roast,
one-
that's a lifestyle.
Hey, how about we take a trip back to freshman year?
Okay, yeah, we did that. I think that's that's really
Is that
it
about-
for like me and Finn.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened next?
Sophomore
that
year.
was yeah, cause okay, we were in IHS, me and Finn, and how IHS works is that there's like 3 groups. There's
Yeah, there's like a
IHS
morning and
A,
then afternoon.
yeah, there's a
Morning, afternoon, and Frenchies.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's me,
Frenchies.
boy.
Fuck you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like their little French immersion program, and then sophomore year they kind of intermingled, or was that?
Yeah,
after
no, yeah, that was
Frenchies went-
sophomore. Sophomore year,
sophomore
that's when
year,
they started like adding more. They kind of
because
mixed
people
up
start
people
dropping
again.
out of IHS because IHS is
Most
like,
people
this
started
thing-
dropping out like after sophomore year though.
Yeah,
That's true. That's when me and Finn dropped out.
Yeah.
That's
So,
when
like
the big
IHS,
the big
if you
exodus
don't
was.
go to high school. Yeah. If you don't go to high school, it's like international high school. It's supposed to be like this international kind of elitist level of school.
Yeah,
So if you go into the IHS, you don't do normal classes. Well, you do normal classes, but all
They're
the
just, like-
literature and like social studies are dealt with there, and it's
Yeah.
like supposed to be some type of advanced shit.
Yeah,
And there's only-
it's mainly just for like to like world, more like a global stuff. So like you have your like geography, and then you do like global lit and history and stuff like that, instead of just like, I don't know, regular like American
AP
literature or
history,
whatever.
AP US
Yeah,
Gov.
that shit.
Yeah.
AP World.
Ivy.
Yeah, it goes to IB, whatever the
I
fuck
still
it is.
I still think classic is better
Baccalaureate.
than South.
Classics
Then-
what?
Classic's better than IHS.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't
Bro,
know what we can approve.
After I moved to Classic, I just don't never do homework. I never have homework.
I know, dude. IHS
like
just
that.
fills you with homework.
I never get homework from my IHS classes. I only get homework in physics. And
How the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
do you
true.
not
Physics
get-
fucks
No,
us.
I mean sophomore year, like we barely had any homework, and when we did
Yeah, we
get
didn't
it,
get that
like
much.
this reading chapter thing, people complained about it, and the homework got cut in half.
I remember.
Yeah,
that,
Yeah.
the moment we got any homework, everyone just bitched and moaned about it till it was
Yo,
gone.
but then that's when the little duo started mingling. Me, Jeff, and then James Finn. Because we
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah,
each
'cause
other
we all
until
the
that.
same
We all
class.
got
There's-
in the same class, and then
Yep, there are so many boys in that
dude,
class.
except one thing, freshman year, I remember Jeff and I having bio
Mhm.
together, and James was in there. I would see James in that bio class, and he'd just look like a fucking goldfish.
Yeah,
the weird ass.
I spent
the
70% of
weird
that class.
Yeah, the weird ass way that you just like be sitting there because you just like didn't know anybody except for like Sam Holly.
I do, yes. Sam, I had two kids in that class.
Yeah, that was so funny. And then somehow we just started hanging out sophomore
Yeah,
year.
through
Just
sophomore
year.
because just because we were in the same class.
Yeah.
Jonah, do you remember what you told me? What your first impression of me was?
No, not at all.
When we all had to say like our names and something we like, and I said, "Hi, my name's Finn. I like planes."
Yeah.
what
What did I
That sounds
say?
so autistic.
You told me later you thought I was autistic.
Did I really?
Yeah. But the thing is, I was never sure if you were joking or you meant it, and honestly, looking back, I could see how you'd mean it.
Dude, who knows? I don't.
That's
remember.
what I said. Like,
I like planes.
Planes.
Dude, maybe I made that connection because Tord would likes trains a lot, so maybe you two are like distant cousins.
Oh wait, shit! During sophomore year, we didn't like hang out after school. Didn't we just like play League together or some shit?
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
we just played
We never
games.
really. I feel like we like sophomore year we never like hung out
No,
really outside of
Out of
school
school,
that
we
much.
did not hang out. Like
Yeah, we
before
would just-
weed was a thing.
Yeah, true. That's 100% true.
I mean, sophomore year, we all kind of had our little like subgroups we hung out with at different times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like, I mean, I was hanging out with Millie and Gabe, and like my mock trial group a lot.
Oh god.
Oh
I
Rest
thought you were
in-
gonna say my mom for some reason.
I didn't
Mom.
Yeah, I was kind of hearing that also. I'd get mad at my mom. Sometimes she would forget to say that she loves me.
She
Really hurt my
say,
feelings, dude.
Happy birthday. No.
Yeah.
One day she left my room without saying I love you, so.
And then never came back.
One day she said she was going to the store to get cigarettes. It was only 1 mile away.
Feels bad.
No. Yeah, sophomore year was kind of a weird year
Yeah.
for a
It
lot
was
of
definitely.
people.
I thought it was better than freshman year, but like,
Oh, it was so much
still,
worse for me.
still shit.
I
don't
loved
know.
sophomore year. Just the IHS class was so fun. Just having so
Yeah,
many
that's
lads
true.
in it.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened next? Oh my god, we finally met Dan. I met Dan on
Yeah.
fucking Discord.
Yep. So we had a
What?
mutual named Bryce, and I was in his
Oh.
Japanese class. And Bryce and I started talking, and then I got invited to the Discord server. And I remember I was talking with Bryce, and then this dude hops in, and he just starts talking mad shit for no reason. And we're playing League of Legends. And I remember this dude is a mid lane player, and I was also a mid lane player. And I remember we hopped into a custom 4v4, and then we played League of Legends. And I remember I was playing against James. I killed James. James comes in and just screams, "Fuck!" at the top of his lungs and then disconnects into the other chat. And then I remember James instantly kills me back and then just starts typing insane. Like, it's just like so many messages coming in the all chat at me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Who is this guy? Like, he's such a bully. And I remember he just like harassed me and he's like, you're fucking stupid. I hate you, dude. I hate you. That happened for like 3 months.
In my defense, Danny was some random kid I didn't know who helped in the server with another kid who both had anime Discord profile pictures.
Alright,
Hey,
that's
what can I
reasonable.
say? What can I
In my
say?
defense,
Dude, he is the local cosplay connoisseur.
he is
What do you
Yeah,
expect?
exactly, bro. I'm just saying. But then I remember James and I slowly began warming up. We played some ranked queues in League. And then one day James was like, you want to come over to my house and play Smash? I remember I got on the bus with James and we pull up and we're about to get in his house and he's like, bro, you gotta play cool. My mom just bought me condoms and now you're coming over. And my first thought is, oh shit, I'm about to be homosexually gangbanged.
Oh no. My mom just got me
I
condoms,
completely
bro.
forgot about that.
Then I go in, we play Smash, and then our friendship developed over Discord, and then eventually it came to the point where there's another individual named Kushmo.
Kishimo. Oh
And,
yeah, this was
um,
my friend at the time.
He was my
Yeah.
friend as well.
Me and Finn.
Yeah.
He was our.
And he'd come in the Discord and he'd want to talk about girl stuff, but didn't want me to hear, so he'd mute and deafen me
I
when
remember
they talked
that,
about
yeah.
it. While I
But,
was
like,
playing
hey,
Overwatch
But
on
we
my
have to say one
PS4.
thing though. There was no girl stuff at the time. Of
Dude,
that.
it was literally like he was like "Dick,
Oh
let me
my-
touch your tit."
Oh,
Like, that was
God.
why we had Danny's server muted and deafened.
Oh,
Dude, that's epic. Wait.
Hey, he literally owes me for that little relationship.
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, yeah,
What
That,
that,
like,
relationship?
little
He,
nothing.
he literally owes me on that one. I got him his first kiss.
It's
His
like
No,
little
no, wait.
nugget of fun.
No,
that
wait.
little bit
oh,
of
fucking
nothing.
Jonah,
Never mind.
fucking blowy.
Yeah,
Give-
true. Yeah,
still gotta give
James
Jonah a
did-
blowjob.
James still owes me head.
Alright, boys, let's keep it on track.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
But
so
we hung
so
up
did
Cosmo.
did
So,
you
yeah,
and,
James and I
did you
have
and
been hanging
Danny did you and Danny meet? Was that sophomore or junior year when
That was
you guys
my
were?
junior year.
My
Okay.
sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I'd
like,
been waving to Danny in the hall since I
yeah,
saw
Finn and
him.
I were kind of homies. We weren't quite good friends, but we weren't quite like acquaintances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, we'd acknowledge each other's existence, stuff like
Because you
that.
knew each
Yeah.
other from Spencer's View.
Yeah.
Exactly. Except Finn had grown like many inches taller, like easily 4 or 5 inches taller than I remembered him.
And
Finn
many
was a
inches
junior.
wider over the course of sophomore
Many
year.
inches wider, but wider in a good way. Think up.
Yeah.
No, I got buff junior year because I ate too many chips at night because I was depressed, and that's what I did.
In the arms
And then I
of
quit my sport and I
angels.
joined a different sport, and it made
Our
me
trial
strong.
made him depressed.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
then I
enjoy
became
water polo.
a good big boy. Before that I was
Yeah.
just a skinny, and
boy.
then oh shit, go back.
Oh, shit.
Upgrade. Oh fuck, go back.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, so we gotta talk about Cosmos group. 'Cause
Yeah.
how it worked. Me, Finn.
Pokemon Go.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah, that was talking about him. That's something else. So doesn't have to do with this. But
Okay, we can
it
talk.
was
about
basically
it
me,
later.
Finn, Cosmo, and then a couple other kids we knew that were also seniors. One of them was a junior.
Juniors at the time.
There was one junior. Oh yeah, we were juniors.
Yeah,
at the
this
time,
is
one
junior year.
sophomore. We all hung out like every weekend or like every other weekend. We finally figured out what fucking smoking was like the end of sophomore year. So we'd do that. We'd chief up, you know. We'd sesh. We'd all hang out and shit. We'd go to his house because he had
And then
this
we'd all
fucking
vape.
huge house. Yeah, we all
Yeah.
fucking vaped like crazy, like the little faggots we were. in this
Literally,
fucking
like.
room. Oh my god. We started learning how to do tricks. I became the fucking tornado king. Oh my god.
Dude,
I could
I
totally
remember-
picture that.
I remember when the scariest thing in my life was oh my gosh, what if his mom walks in and we're vaping? That was literally like,
Remember when that happened?
it did, and she did not care.
Yeah, she did care.
Cosmo's mom knows what's up.
But yeah, so we would hang out in that group of ours, and then one day I was like, oh, there's this kid named Danny. He seems pretty chill. We should hang out with him sometime. Like, try to integrate him, hang out. And Kai knew, the other sophomore kid knew who he was. So I was like, okay, yeah. It comes, we hang out. This was the bucket ball, right?
Gravity, yes.
Gravity.
Oh, that was so
Oh my
nice.
god.
Yeah. So all the boys are together. We're sitting at the local park that's got a cover so we don't get rained on in our fucking retarded state. And we get this bucket, and then we just fill it with water. Typical, like, it's some jank shit. Get the 2-liter, cut it down. Fucking get the cap with the little bong piece inside. So basically, it just fucking shoves a bunch of smoke into your lungs super fast.
Yep.
And so we're all doing that there. And then, I don't know what your experience with weed was like, Danny, but you were fucking monkeyed out after this.
I know.
At it.
Dude, he
Bro,
was
that's because it was the
monkeyed out.
most at one time, like in
Yeah.
one single dose.
I got a 2-week ban.
Oh my god, I don't want to
Oh,
talk back. That's
yeah.
another time, bro.
We're not
All
gonna
the
talk about
fucking
that.
little rules we've had. Oh.
We'll talk
Bro,
about
you're
talk
ripping
about
my arm off.
the
You're
tribe
ripping my arm
in
off.
another
Let's talk about the
episode.
tribe another time.
Oh god, the tribe.
This
That's
was
it.
before we hung out with like Jonah and Jeff a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff
but
and I
it's-
were still just doing our own thing.
Yeah,
Fucking.
because junior year we did not hang out with Jonah or Jeff at all. Like,
Yeah,
that
Jeff and I
did
would
not
just sit at
happen.
home and play League together at night.
Basically,
That
hey,
sounds so sad.
no, it started picking up near the end of June.
Yeah, end of junior years when started like
It started picking up.
we
Yeah.
started not, because Jeff and I came to like remember when
Liam's
at
house.
Liam's house
That was
and
the
there's
big
the
event.
there's the
All
bucket
of us
one,
were there.
the gravity one. Remember?
Oh.
And that's
was
when
the second time.
James, that's when you were dying. After you hit it, you're
Oh,
just
God,
a dead. You're
yeah, I
on the
was
staircase.
fucking
You're just like
monkey.
out, like just. I remember you're just over there coughing for at least like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it was like 15 minutes of insane. Oh my god, I did not like that night.
And with
when they
wait,
brought those chicks over, oh,
dude, with
oh god, bleep that name, bro. Bleep that name so I can get pissed at all of them. They were the most annoying blank cunts, bro. Oh my god.
yeah, dude,
That
That
was
was-
terrible.
that was
See,
a
I
weird
rhymed with my McDonald's after they
Oh
left.
my
So
God.
Bro,
my night was
I
pretty
remember.
good.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were there late. I
true.
came over like to where everyone was hanging out. I'm like standing up. I see them. My high as fuck ass. I see them. I see you guys like talking to them. I see like Owen sitting somewhere like a dumbass.
yeah.
And then
Owen doing his,
I look at everybody. I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, dude, I am not talking to these fucking people right now. And I'm like, so I'm just like looking around. I'm like, who wants to play Smash?
Jeff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Jeff! Remember the Mr. Game and Watch shit? Jeff was
Like,
losing his
oh,
mind at that shit. It was just on the funniest freeze frame. I don't even know if it was fucking funny, but it was hilarious to Jeff at the
Nah,
time. He would
it-
be
okay.
crying.
It was funny because one, that was the highest I've been. And that was like the first time I was actually high. Not
Yeah.
The second time. That was the second time. But it was funny because I forgot what move he was doing. He was like doing a down. air
Dude,
or
it
some
was
shit.
it was something. It was something
But
whack.
He was holding a fat squat, and then Liam goes. The guy I pointed out. I'm like, yo, look at the TV. And Liam goes, yo, he's hitting the crunk. And I couldn't handle it.
Jeff just started losing it.
I couldn't
Yeah.
handle it.
I remember
the
all
best
year whenever
part-
I'd bring it up, he would just start laughing so much every time.
Yeah.
The best part was that he had like a little couch, like a little L couch.
Oh my
And I
God.
remember this
Oh,
the
yeah.
sophomore kid in our group was sleeping on one side, and then Jonah was sleeping on the complete
Oh
other
my
fucking
God.
side. We
Dude,
come
I-
back like an hour later, and they're like cuddling each other just in their
Dude,
sleep.
I
They're just
remember
fucking
this.
crazy.
Dude,
That was
I rem-
hilarious.
That
was
was so
actually-
weird.
That's so
I don't
funny.
understand how it ended up like that. My feet were like, he was like, if you're thinking about it on an L, he's at one end with his feet off.
You were scissoring each other?
I don't even know, dude.
You
I'm
guys
just,
just came together.
like my feet were by his head. I don't know. I woke up and
Yeah.
we're like
Yeah, your feet
literally
were by his head,
spooning
and
each other.
His feet were like by your head.
I
Yeah,
don't
that
get
was-
how that happened.
You guys started spooning. It was so funny.
Yeah, we dead ass started spooning each other.
Okay.
See, what
Yeah,
I
that was
remember
what
about
most
that
of
night was waking up and there was a dog shit on the floor next
Oh,
to me.
Oh
God,
my-
woke up, There was
dude.
dog shit and piss everywhere.
Bro,
Oh,
and
I
Liam's
don't
sister was
remember
wearing that
that.
see-through white shirt, dude.
Oh my god, yeah, that was not.
Dude, she was picking up everything. She was cleaning up for his house, bro. Our Liam was just like, he raised his
Dude, I
hand, his
remember-
hair just goes to his room.
I remember his sister comes out. It's like, yo, would one of your friends be? Could I give one of your friends Adderall if they let me have their jewel for like 30 minutes to an hour or something?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember, Cobbs was just like, yo, I just got two Adderall to let her have my jewel for a bit, dude. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love Adderall.
Bro, you can't forget we played hide and go seek.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
we did play hide and seek.
Oh,
Dude,
my
I
God.
remember I was hiding and James starts making this clicking noise with his mouth like he's the fucking alien from Aliens.
Fuck.
And then James is like hunting Finn and I can hear Finn going.
Finn actually just turns into a fucking creature.
Oh, dude. When someone was seeking, I think it might have been like Finn. Dude, their shadow like loomed over me, and they walked like right next to me, and it was like the typicalest horror movie shit ever.
Dude, Finn was
They
doing
just
that
walked
breathing,
away.
like the Darth Vader breathing.
I was doing some breathing and I was like crawling around. Did I have a mask on? I think I had a mask on.
You
Finn
did.
actually
you did.
got ready to just like pounce on you guys and slit your throats.
Oh,
I
that was
took
a
that
good
way
time.
too seriously.
Yeah, but after that, we like all started kind of hanging out. I think, right?
Yeah,
well,
we
'cause
had
you
dinner
guys-
at my place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it started becoming like obviously if you haven't caught the drift, the tribe had so many flaws and so many just issues that like a lot of them, like Danny and I started like breaking away from it just because I mean there was just so much like bullshit within it.
Yeah,
And
Daniel
Yeah.
was the first to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll explain that a little bit. So pretty much like we're not 100% sure, but like an article is written in the school newspaper and it kind of ratted out like a lot of people in the group. And there's some speculation that it came from the inside. And you know, I was just kind of done. Like I wasn't interested. Like I wasn't having as much fun. And like if I wanted to hang out with those guys, I would do it on the side, and I wouldn't have to be like shoehorned into like this gang, like the tribe. So I left, and that kind of stirred up a bunch of shit. Like everyone was surprised because I like randomly left the group chat in the Discord, and like that stirred up some shit.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like that random either. It was like coming to it. So I don't
Well,
even know like what the.
Because
Oh no, it's because Cosmo wasn't inviting me to come on Fridays anymore.
Yeah.
So like
Dean got mad at you, and so he was like,
yeah, so it was like
Oh.
3.5 weeks or so since I'd hung out with the group, and I was like, and I remember Dean said he couldn't give me a ride, and I asked why, and he's like, bro, like I'm already at Cosmo's house, but he just picked up Finn, and Finn like texted
Yeah.
me if I was coming, and I was like so done. I was like, you know what, I'm just leaving the group.
I mean even before that, when we went on that hike during the snow to Spencer's View,
Oh yeah, yeah.
we were just spending the whole time just talking about all of it and how we both kind of felt like we were on the chopping block.
Yeah, it felt like instead of being like homies, like you know, ride or die, it felt like it was more like these guys aren't bringing in the jewel profit. Get them out.
and then next was like Finn, right?
S-
was it me?
yes,
No, it was Kai. I thought Kai was the one that kind of separated next.
Kai went back to his at the time his sophomore boys.
To, like his actual
Um,
friend groups of his
yeah.
age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he didn't really need us anymore. I mean, like,
Yeah.
they had plugs.
He was
whatever, which is fine.
traumatized after he woke up to
Yeah.
me and him spooning. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, no, he finally went back to his sophomore boys.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really. I mean, I had hung out like pretty much till the end of summer. I think when I was finally like fully out of the group was the Kalen incident.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
were like, "Oh no, dude, you should totally like clarify you're not a thing of her." And then they like at last minute after I did that, they're like, "Oh no, dude, you're fucking
Yeah.
horrible, man." And I'm like,
I was
Especially
we'll get into that
Dean.
later. That was dumb.
Yeah, I
But
know
Yeah,
I've
Finn
heard about
left
that
like
stuff.
then. I don't
That's-
remember when I left. At some
I feel like you kind of just like
it was also
I
a
like
kind of
progressive
here and
thing.
there.
I mean,
I
we all
faded
started
out.
hanging out together more. So
Yeah, no, James,
Yeah,
you
we
kind of
started
left
out
as soon as
separately.
we started hanging out way more. Like at the beginning of summer, when like every single Friday that Finn was free, it would be like me, Finn, Jeff, Jonah,
Oh yeah, we started hanging out crazy amounts. I just stopped hanging out with them as much.
Man,
The thing that cut it for me was they started hanging out with like at this point we're basically seniors, and they were hanging out with like sophomores.
oh yeah, the sophomore girls. I really
Once
didn't
sophomore
like
that
that.
happened,
girls.
I was done. I was
I
just
don't-
100% done.
Well, they were freshmen at the time too, because I was
Yeah,
still a
'cause we were
sophomore.
juniors, they were freshmen, and then I was just done.
I remember
Like-
showing up one time with Dean, and because he would always pick me up because I didn't have a car until literally last week. So Dean
Has
would
a
always pick me
car.
up, and I remember I would show up and I'm like, who the fuck are these people? Like, I'm sorry, but this is weird. Like, and I also wanted to say, like, out of all the freshman girls you were gonna hang out with, like, these were the ones.
Come on, bro. You can get thicker ones, please.
I'm sorry, but like, if you're going to be like risking, you know,
You're gonna
risking
risk it
that
all, dude.
that stigma, you might as well go all the way, not partially.
They just like to live life on the edge, dude. It's
Oh,
a lifestyle.
Bro, they listen to too much
banging
TK.
moderate freshman
Oh.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
But then it just became us hanging out like every weekend or other weekend.
Yeah,
And
basically just like whenever we're all free, we try to get together.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
it's
was
been like
summer,
that since
summer.
the
Yeah.
summer, almost a
Yep.
year.
Yeah.
Pretty hype.
Getting close.
And then we just kept hanging out, and then during the school year we kept hanging out. We'd get on Discord a bunch, start playing games more, all that shit. And I
Playing
remember
our
at
feasts.
at one point in junior year, I made a fucking YouTube channel for League of Legends.
Dude, that was the most
Oh,
hype
God,
shit. I
that was
missed that.
So lit.
I miss
do not
fucking.
have any of those videos anymore.
I'm so
They're all
sad.
gone.
I miss Balloon Boy.
Yeah, I miss Bullet Boy too. But
Yeah,
yeah, we did
that's
that,
my
and that
favorite.
was the start of like the interest in YouTube.
Yeah.
And then eventually we're all like, oh, then I remember Jeff, we're listening to the fucking like Misfits podcast once, and Jeff's like, bro, I can make a podcast, dude. And it's
I
like,
never said that. I
"No,
never
shut
said
the
that.
fuck up.
Definitely
You
did.
that 100%.
No, I
happened.
never said it like that. I never
Yeah, you
said it
didn't
like,
say it
oh,
like that, but-
I bet I could make a podcast too, bro.
It was basically what happened.
it wasn't
Jeff
like that.
started listening to the Misfits. He was like, "Look at this shit, dude. Listen to it." And like a couple
No,
days later,
no,
Jeff's
I
like,
told
"Bruh,
okay.
you can make a
I told James to
podcast."
listen to it because I was like, man, it'd be cool if James and I watch the same YouTube videos, right? So I'm like, yo, listen to this podcast. These guys are fuckheads like us, right?
I remember listening to
then,
like
like-
one of them with you guys
Yeah.
too. On their like
Yeah,
Europe
James
trip
was
or
like
something.
pog champing over it, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is pretty dope, right? And then he like kind of lost interest, and I was like, no, it's dope.
No, it's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
just
then-
like, dude, we can make a podcast. We should do like play League and like talk.
Bro,
about
I could
the way they
totally
do
make a
some shit.
podcast.
Sure. I still have all those clips.
Oh yeah, I forgot how much you recorded.
My voice warming up sessions.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, that's
I
that's
found-
a sacred
Dude,
clip.
I found Jeff saying so much fuck shit. But
Turns out Jeff's actually just a neo-Nazi.
yeah, and then I guess we just
Sick.
and then I came up on my bro. Let's just every
just
now
gotta
and then
do
we're
it.
like, let's when's the podcast, guys? When's the podcast?
Yeah,
Because
so we just
I
gotta
like,
do it.
I like saying dumb. Like I like setting these goals or wanting to do these things that'll never ever fucking happen. And so one of them was the podcast. I'm like,
Facts.
oh, dude, let's do a fucking podcast. It'd be so cool. Like Jeff was talking about it before. I was talking about it before. Let's do it sometime. And then it's fucking happening all of a sudden. And we're sitting
Bro,
here.
to be fair, we heard about this other podcast that was going on.
oh,
you
yeah,
know-
there's-
Oh,
I didn't even
There can
know
only
about
be
that.
one good podcast. Like they can't
knew-
take our style. We thought of
Yeah.
it first.
yeah, that was like our initiative. Like another podcast, we gotta shut that shit down. You know?
Yeah, we gotta fucking beat them to the ground and put
Get
them
him
in
out
their
of here.
grave.
You know?
And you know what's gonna help us win? They're fucking affiliated with the school.
Yeah,
Fuck
so they have
those
to
guys.
keep,
Fuck
keep
this
it
school.
fucking clean and
Yeah.
fucking like
no clean
G-rated.
shit. I could say faggot. I can say. I can't think of.
Hold
any
on,
words
James.
than faggot.
Let's
I
slow
can't.
down.
Like, you know
Yeah,
where I wanna
YouTube's
go
about to
next.
smite us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not about to have.
Like, but I
Okay,
can't say N-word, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. At least
We'll
we're
see
not
how
gonna
much
be-
of that makes
I
it
can
through
say cunt,
post-processing.
I can say
All right,
so much shit.
all right, James.
James.
All right,
James.
James, chill.
We're not gonna have podcasts that are just like, yo, so what did you think about the way that this teacher taught this week? I thought it was really great. I really loved the way he incorporated the smart board this week.
ASMR.
Yo,
I really
Oh yes,
like how
yes.
we incorporate communism into our everyday lives.
dude, I wish we had more.
No, but you boys can look forward to our bi-weekly specials, including Sports with Jonah, your bi-weekly anime review by Finn,
Domestic girlfriend every
Domestic
week.
girlfriend every
Fuck
bi-week.
And
yeah,
then-
dude.
then we have Carts with Jeffrey Gombard,
Passion cards with Jeffrey Gombard.
Huh?
Will it
Then
be
you have,
Joe
the-
Crunch or will
the
it be
thick
Dab
thighs of
cards?
the week.
Let's find out.
Natural
and then you
domes
have
with Jeff.
your
Natural dose
James will
of
tell you about the three gods.
Oh no!
That's deep. That's a
no.
little too deep. We can't do that. That's like a 10-hour conversation.
You can look forward to it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be episode 100, the three gods.
Episode 100.
And
The
Danny's
gods.
selection of
God.
Instagram women.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's
Okay,
thick
it's-
thighs.
Danny tells us who's the best Instagram model to be following this week.
Which
'Cause-
is the best Instagram model under the age of 14 today?
Thick thighs save lives.
Oh, dude, go
Yeah,
back on
true.
like the